All right.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tori412 here, and today we'll be covering content from the r/Facepalm subreddit. This is basically a collection of people being idiots online and in real life. Let's get to it. Chrissy Teigen sober New Year's Eve party was lit. Wow, 4 weeks sober. I'm 5 years sober, but I'm not advertising it. You just did. In your attempt to discredit her sobriety, you literally just advertised yours. Now, I don't really understand why people like go out of their way to shoot down other people's achievements, you know. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand what you have to gain from it, you know. I mean, if you came across a post or something on social media that makes you roll your eyes and you don't have nothing nice to say, then just shut up and keep it moving and keep scrolling, you know. And for someone who's 5 years sober, you'd think that he'd be happy for someone else who's sober and support their journey of sobriety. I mean, you're acting like it's a competition and whoever's sober the longest gets something. No, that's not how it works. Come on, man. Next post, 16 things deaf people are tired of hearing. Now, there are a lot of other ways that you could have put this. I mean, 16 things deaf people are tired of hearing. I don't want to sound insensitive or anything, but they're deaf. So I believe that means that they can't hear. Yes, I do acknowledge that there are different levels of being deaf actually. Yeah, some people aren't totally deaf, but there are many other ways you could have put this, because putting it in this way it just seems like you don't even have an editor, or you didn't care enough to be sensitive enough towards the disability of the other person. You know, it just seems like you stay ready to react to stuff. You know, there are some people on social media who just stay ready to react to stuff. They're just there to react, and sometimes in them reacting, they react so quickly that they leave their brain behind, you know. And a person reacts and you just come and ask them one question, and then some of them coming back to their senses and realize that, yeah, actually there wasn't any reason for me to do that. But you could have used a better way to put this. You could have titled your article in another way. That's the point. New Year, New Zealand enters 2021 because they acted fast with a proper lockdown, and now they're in 2021. We're in tier 4. Well done, Boris. So the person responding to the tweet, the person replying, is clearly from the United Kingdom or England, whichever way you prefer calling it, because Boris Johnson is their, I think, prime minister, I believe, something along those lines. But that's not the reason why New Zealand celebrated 2021 before you guys. It's just time zones, dude. Calm down a bit. Yeah, Boris Johnson may have his own problems with regards to his response to the pandemic in England, but that's not the point. New Zealand were in 2021 before you guys, just because of time zones. Chill. The help point is white. Sure doesn't seem like it though. It looks yellow to me. And you know, and there are some people who are anxious, you know, and because of their anxiety and stuff, person will be actually looking for a white help point, and they don't see it, and they start low-key panicking because they don't see the help point. But also, other people are just cynics, you know. They'll just walk around and say, well, there's clearly no help point in this building, you know, because if there was, I'd see it. And someone will point towards it, and they'll say, what help point are you talking about? You know, John Cena vibes. I can't see it, it's not there. uh r slash not my job. You had one job, and that is to just put a white help point, or just say the help point is yellow, since you put up the yellow ones, you know. 1 star, not a vegetable classic. I happen to be a strict vegetarian. I didn't read the label closely because I wrongly assumed that something selling itself as a vegetable classic and made with peas was a vegetarian product. Bad on my part and super bad on Progresso's part. A vegetable classic should not be flavored with bacon. Very disappointing. Now, I just want to direct everyone's attention to that second sentence right there. I didn't read the label closely because I wrongly assumed etc. was a vegetarian product. Now, as someone who's a strict vegetarian, I would be led to believe that you should read the ingredients of the product you buy carefully and extra carefully because you're a strict vegetarian. So how can you blame someone else for you choosing not to read? You're the strict vegetarian. You should take accountability for what you ingest as a strict vegetarian, and as such, you should read the damn ingredients. Imagine someone giving your product or something that you're selling 1 star because A, they chose not to read the instructions, or B, they chose not to read the ingredients, or they just did their own bloody thing, and when it blew up in their face, they just come back and blame you. People like this, are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing. Come on, man.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Sneaky run across the border and back. Avoided the CCP via, I won't say the full word, and police. And the Queensland police responded, "We are aware of this tweet and making further inquiries." I don't understand what is it with social media and people snitching on themselves. Like, is clout that serious a drug that people will go out on a limb and just snitch on themselves? If you're breaking the law, just break it silently. Shut up and do your thing, Just a point. I'm not saying you should break the law. Don't break the law, guys. Follow the law. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to be doing something illegal, don't snitch on yourself. No one knew that you ran across the border without a mask. No one knew. You could have just done that and shut up. Kept it to yourself, And yeah, there may not be any people around you, but just remember that the virus doesn't care whether you're in another country or not, if you snuck over the border and stuff, Just do your stuff silently, Let the results speak for themselves. That's just good advice in general, but don't be an idiot. Don't do anything for clout. If Earth is really flat, he should have seen Burj Dubai, Everest, Japan, all at the same time from his window. How far can your eye see? Mine are pretty decent and lucky to make a couple 100 meters. Do you realize that depends on size rather than distance, right? I mean, do you realize that you can see the moon and sun, and that's a little bit further than a couple 100 meters? This is someone who was just in a conversation with flat earthers, telling them that the earth isn't flat, etc. The fact that even if the earth was flat, if something is sufficiently far enough, you won't see it. You won't see it. The earth isn't flat, we know that. And also, it's not only about distance, it's also about size, And when he says it depends on size rather than distance, no, it depends on both. It depends on both, because if you look into the sky, if you look at stars at night, some stars are brighter because they're inherently brighter, and some stars are brighter because they're closer. Another example would just be the moon compared to the sun. The sun is way bigger than the moon. Many orders of magnitude bigger than the moon. but because it's about 150 kilometers away from us, comparing it to the size of the moon, they're about the same-ish size, you know? So, yeah. You know, sometimes when you just see something ridiculous on the internet, just move on. Yeah, just save your energy and move on. 5.3 liters. Oil is measured in quarts. Are you even sure you're not confusing this with engine dissipation? You also don't need to go by the manufacturer's specifications. Just fill it with oil and check the dipstick from time to time. Keep filling until the dipstick reads the proper amount. Mystic Marbles replied, "You are aware that there are parts of the world that aren't America, right? Damn dissipation." And yeah, I mean, America is one of the few countries that's still using the imperial system rather than the metric system. And oil is measured in whatever units your country happens to be using. Don't be an idiot and say oil is measured in quarts. Just because it's measured in quarts in your country doesn't mean that it's measured in quarts everywhere else. I feel so sad for Americans, you know. It's always the small number of very loud idiots that just gives the impression that America is just filled with idiots. It's just so sad, you know. And I'd also say you do need to go by the manufacturer's instructions, because that'll give you the best life out of the product and probably the best experience, you know. Burst. Kumnandi. You're twanging apha. This was someone selling on Facebook Marketplace, and this person just, "Hi, how much please?" $1,000. What? The price was there, you know? The price is there, and when you clicked on the "I'm interested," it does say "I'm interested in buying this product for $1,000." Sometimes you just feel like giving up on humans. I swear, sometimes, but it's just a facepalm moment. They're just oh my gosh.
I never expected it.
Yo, a hot, healthy oil that gives you the power of immunity. Enjoy the benefits of Fortune Rice brand health oil. And the very same guy, Surav Ganguly, suffered a heart attack. I think I'm good with your product. And I don't think your product does everything you say it does. But I'm not sure. But I think I'm good.
That's okay. You can keep it.
2022 jumped straight from 2020 to 2022, because F2021, it seems like 2020 version 1, you know, it's just right 1 or version 2.1, whatever. But yeah, really, r/ not my job. The person is like, yeah, we're not going through 2021 because it doesn't look like it's going to be any better. Goodbye America, hello New York. New York is still in America, just saying. Have you ever taken a geology class? I think I would know, stupid girl. You know, so just someone, a simple Google search could have prevented this. Firstly, yes, she's correct. New York is still in America. New York is a state, and New York City is the capital of that state. So when you're in New York City, you're in New York, New York. And also, geology, you meant geography, but you are the one who's going to come there and be loud, like, I think I would know, stupid girl. No, you are the idiot, sir. You are the idiot. Yep, and I think that wraps it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.